I like to think I've been able to accomplish the feat. To be able to beat, to be able to meet, and introduce the legend himself. Tyson! Not like Buster Douglas did in 1990, or the way Michael Buffer does in the ring, but in my own unique way, completing a story that started with a 13-year-old's fascination decades ago. It was about the love of sports, video games, and numbers, and discovering how to make that all work. It was spring break of 1988, and I was allowed to visit the local video rental store, and that's where I discovered Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. And that's the first I have heard of him, and that's where the obsession began. During those brief days, I only managed to beat the first two fighters, Glass Joe and Von Kaiser, and it had to stop there, knowing that the next challenge, Piston Honda, would have to wait because there were no more rentals allowed till the end of the school year in June. June had arrived. And the world was buzzing with anticipation for Tyson's next real-life fight. It was the fight dubbed Once and For All. Tyson, undefeated at 34-0, set to face Michael Spinks, also unbeaten at 31-0. Now in the game, Mike was listed at 31-0, so we knew he had a few bouts since the release of the game. But this was the first time I tracked Tyson's career in real time, captivated by the idea of unbeaten records and ultimate showdowns. And that was my first memory of Mike Tyson, hearing about him taking down Michael Spinks in just 91 seconds. After searching everywhere on radio and television, the news came out. And that's exactly the first thing I told him when I met him. Mike, thank you for beating Michael Spinks in 91 seconds, saving me the disappointment of not being able to watch the fight. And now it was my turn. I had the whole summer to play Mike Tyson's Punch-Out with the quest to beating Mike Tyson. That summer I spent countless hours playing the game. First, I used the cheat code that will forever be etched into my memory. That allowed you to practice against Mike Tyson with an 0-2 record, just one chance. And if you could survive the first 90 seconds worth of uppercut punches, you're in the game. A 19-0 record. So this was the last summer of freedom ahead of me. It would be dubbed as the summer of wasting time, but from there on in, I had a summer job and responsibilities going forward in 1989. I wanted to see what could happen if I could push myself to try and get the flawless 100-0 record, because that is perfection. In order to do that, I had to face Super Macho Man over and over, earning a code every time that pushed me closer to that 100-0 record. I even figured out how to decipher some of the codes to skip matches, saving time and advancing faster. But after countless hours, here I am at 99-0. I wanted to see it on the screen, beating Mike Tyson to achieve the perfect 100-0 record. But what happened? All it does is reset your record to 0-0, only for the game to bring me back to 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at the Ultra Pro Autograph Pavilion, now signing, Iron Mike Tyson!
Unbelievable. Playing the game, meeting the legend, and the moment to introduce him. So decades later, as I see Mike Tyson at 58 stepping into the ring to fight Jake Paul, it stirs something deeper. Some call it a spectacle, a waste of time, a disappointment that didn't meet the hype. So what's it about? It's about what we make of it, what we take of it. Finding inspiration beyond the years. Finding that little gain
I'm just happy what I can.
that could help us keep going and never give up. Whether it's a past goal or a current goal, or get going on a new one, or attempt a comeback to forever feel young.
All the 50-year-olds out there, to all the 40-year-olds who grew up watching you, what is the message to those people who thought, you know what, maybe I could do this one day?
Well, this is going to be really tough, but they can. I just do your best.